Hello, sweet people. Many ask me what is a Dieta, and I want to share some of my perspectives about it. And also, this is a practice that has so much depth and richness that I could spend a year talking about it, and every day kind of new nuances comes up for me. So there's a lot that could come into it, but one layer is that it is a practice that comes from some of the different Amazonian tribes. And the way that I've learned this practice is through my teacher, Don Rono Lopez, and others of his family. And so that's kind of the way that I understand the practice. And then I've taken this practice and I've practiced this for years, and kind of when I do it with Nordic plants, there are some things that I shift around. And one of the main things that it is for me is a deep practice where you connect with something. You cultivate a certain connection, a certain depth of connection, a friendship, a lovership to another energy. And in this tradition, it's different plants. And so you sit in meditation with those plants, and you're with the energy of that plant, but you're also physically intaking the plant. So it's really a deeper invitation to merge, to be together in communion with a certain energy, which both brings a healing journey within yourself or within me, of what this plant teaches in my inner processes and my trauma work and all of that. And it also brings a teaching of that energy, let's say the birch tree or blue lotus, the teaching from that plant, how to embody that, how to master that, and how to share that with the world. And for me, diets really do want to share their energy, really enrich the people and the world and the plants around us, right? And so the Dieta both refers to a certain time period where you are kind of in the sanctuary of this plant, learning from it, like in the school of the plant, the monastery of the plant, and it also refers to the connection with the plant afterwards, the energy of the plant. And that school, that certain time frame, let's say, it could be a month, it can also be 6 months, it could also be 2 weeks, where you are removing noise and focusing all your attention, all your awareness to that plant. And that can be done in a more traditional way, where you are out in solitude. You could do it out in the forest or in the jungle, or but you're really separating yourself from other people, from other energies, and you're focusing very much in. That's what I, for instance, do with me and Stefan are facilitating our Nordic Dietas. That's in a very, it's out in the forest, and there's so many things are taken away, and it's really depth. You can really go into that. There's also a way that is called the soft Dieta, and that approach is where you do it in your life, potentially, but there's more relation in it. And so that, for instance, it's that direction what we're doing with Blue Lotus, which is how do you bring that sacredness into everyday life? How do you cultivate that connection while being with, children and melpagos, that food for the kids and football and all these things, but how do you cultivate that connection in that? And both, of course, is about integrating that sacredness and that connection in everything, in yourself and in your life, but there's two very different ways of doing it. And usually, if you're doing it in your life, in general, I would say you do it for a longer period of time. And in focus, usually it's shorter, so it could be a month or 3 weeks or 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that. So it can be a little shorter with a more intense focus. And if you're doing it in life, then for instance, with the Blue Lotus, we're doing it for 2 months. So that's 8 weeks. So it gets to be a little more expanded over time. Yeah. That's what I feel like sharing right now. Otherwise, it would be going into a whole new universe. Thank you for listening. I'm sitting here and the sun is just about to go down, and there's some beautiful horses just popping up. Bye.